Welcome to WeLearn Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 2, Family Life Education, Meaning and Concepts. Topics which we are going to cover in this session are Introduction, Defining Family Life Education, Contents of Family Life Education, Traditional Indian Values related to family life education, importance of different types of values in family life education, advantages of family life education. Coming towards the first topic, that is the introduction. India has a long tradition of closely bonding family system. Families cannot be isolated from the impact of rapid social and technological changes. They have proven to turn difficulties into challenges by offering support and security to each other of its member in a fast changing society. Each family is identified with a unique sense of shared family traditions, experiences, and continuity of behavioral patterns through generations. Society over time has evolved its own ways of preparing its younger member for adulthood, mainly through an educational processes. Now, defining family life education. What exactly is the family life education? Various international organizations working in the area of family life education have tried to define it in various ways. Some of the definitions are as follows. Number 1. Family life education refers to those educational concepts and experiences that influence attitude towards family, living, personal relationships, and sexual development. One comprehensive and attractive approach presides family life education as catering for individual needs, leading to personal growth, and enabling the individual to function as a responsible member of the family and society. Number 3 is family life education may be defined as the education for human development, which seeks to ensure that each individual approaching adulthood is equipped with the skills and personal reserves to cope with the challenges of early day life in society within acceptable societal structure and to adapt to change with experience and equilibrium. Number 4. The concept of family life education refers to a variety of formal and informal efforts by which person become ready for the roles and responsibilities of family life. Next is defining family life education. Meaning of family life education. What is the meaning of family life education? It is broad and flexible field. Anything which contribute to the total growth and well-being of the family, physical, mental, emotional, economic, and spiritual, can be included under family life education. Overall, its objectives are to promote the freedom to choose parenthood and enrichment of human life. Family life education is considered as the value related concept. Most of the value related to family life education are deeply rooted into the socio-cultural setting of the people. The values are morals or ethics, cultural, religious, personal, and social. Next is the concept of family life education, the meaning, types, and the functions of family. So, coming towards the meaning, what is the meaning of family? Family is the basic unit of society. There are two types of families: the nuclear family, and the extended family. In extended family, parents, grandparents, and even great grandparents live in the same house or in the neighborhood. The family members of nuclear family consist of a single family of husband, wife, and children. This type of family is mostly found in urban and industrial societies. In terms of functions, the strength and solidity of society are highly dependent on how the family as a basic unit performs its basic functions. Next are the roles, responsibilities, and relationships within the family. Indian families set up children below 10 years are of age, two are expected to play important roles in socio-economic activities such as taking care of cows and buffaloes, collective cow mature, fetching drinking water, washing clothes, taking care of their siblings, and so on. In Indian settings, traditional family relationships are generally quite extensive. In addition, there are other types of family relationships such as godfather, godson relationships and relationships arising from a network of intermarriage between families. Next is the family life cycle. A study of family life cycle provides a basis for the study of the composition, growth and development of families. There are basically 8 stages of family life cycle. Number 1, bearing families. At this stage, a couple learns to synchronize its ideas, habits, values, and so on. The married partners are learning to live with each other for the first time. Stage 2, children bearing families. The couple enters this stage at the time of first conception. With the coming of a child, finance, leisure time, entertainment and privacy will undergo changes. Proper child care becomes very important at this stage. Stage 3, families with preschool children. At this stage, parents need to cater for the critical needs and interests of preschool children to stimulate their growth and development. By this time, parents think about the question of having or not having more children. Stage 4, families with school children. Family with school going children have to pay attention to the child's education and growth needs. Stage 5, families with adolescents. Adolescents have special problems that need to the help of parents, and this stage can be very crucial for them and their children. Families as launching centers. After the young adults have gone into work for studies, parents begin to feel a certain sense of loneliness. It is often referred to as the empty nest syndrome. Stage number 7, families in the middle year. This is a trying time for a couple who have to adjust to a different life again, from the children and away from the work. Families in the late years. The family members need to learn to cope with sorrows and living alone at this stage. Society's expectations will keep children away from the concern of aged parents. Next are the family resources. Family needs are related to the basic human needs as described by Abraham Maslow. There are 5 basic needs. They are physical needs, which includes food, drink, sex, clear air and good health. Safety needs, to have a roof over one's head, housing, clothing, etc. Third is love and belongingness needs, to have a family or community to belong to. Esteem needs, self-respect and respect for other are the self-esteem needs. Self-actualization, these are self-fulfillment and reaching one's potential to become somebody in life. To make you recognizable, these are the self-actualization needs. Next is marriage. Courtship and marriage are the two issues which most adolescents begin to be preoccupied with. A significant percentage of adolescent marriages usually end up in separation and divorce for various reasons. Some adolescents are forced into marriage because of pregnancies, other marriage to escape family pressure, and a few other wants to escape from schooling, while some other get married because of the prevailing customs. Responsible parenthood. Early marriage and parenthood have been the established pattern in many societies and remains so, despite the efforts of number of governments to raise the legal minimum age at marriage. In India, minimum age at marriage is 21 and 18 for boys and girls respectively. Main responsibilities of parents. The main responsibilities of parents are: number 1, to avoid the risk of hunger and financial insecurities. Parents should plan the number of children based on their ability to support and rear them to full maturity. Number 2, to reassure themselves of the benefits of parenthood in their old age. Parents should provide their children with guidance and direction so that they may develop and inculcate the right values as they approach adulthood. Next is to help in achieving an orderly society. Parents should strive to bring up a family whose members are cognizant of both their rights and duty, while recognizing the benefits of the society as well as the task of supporting it. Parents who respond properly to their parent personal needs are, in effect, reducing the probability of their being ever becoming separated. Traditional Indian values related to family life education. In India, like some other Asian and Pacific country, where status of women is lower than that of men, socio-cultural values like preference of son, early marriage are quite evident. In rural area, children help parents in planting and harvesting of agricultural products, cooking, cleaning, fetching water, and look after cattle and young ones in the family. Marriage is deeply rooted in socio-cultural ethics. The traditional value of an Indian family is that a girl and a boy have somewhat similar social status bond letters in a marriage. Usually, the boys are a couple of years older than the girl, especially in case of arranged marriages. In ancient India, male members of higher caste were advised to practice Purushastra and ashramas, though which each individual past were directly related to family. Purushastras are Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Hindu ashramas are Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanasprastha and Sannyasa. Types of values. There are different types of values. The most important type of value are moral or ethics, religious, aesthetic, health, economic, legal, cultural, educational, personal, and prudential values. One of the major operating principles in family life education is to respect differing individuals and family values. Special attention needs to be given to moral or ethical value and to the relationship of these values to the cultural, religious, and personal values. Next is the advantages of family life education. Some of the needs which give birth to family life education are: family life education provides an educational role. It acts as a crisis manager. It provides skills for preventing action and knowledge for decision making. It helps in understanding one's own role with changing family structure and functions. It helps in proper understanding of family life cycle. Advantages of family life education are: it is necessary for each and every individual. Professional working in this area are aligned fields need trainings. The activity becomes a full-time paid occupation. Many departments and schools have been established at undergraduate and graduate levels of family life education and family studies. And the last is, those who are trained have established professional associations. Now in the last, there are few questions which are based on this session. Questions are: describe the family life education. What are the various implications of responsible parenthood? Give a brief account of Hindu ashramas. Explain the importance of moral or ethical values in family life education. And the last is, explain the needs of family life education. That's all for this session. Thank you. Happy learning. We learning.